Hi, beautiful being. I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts that I've had about gang stalking. This video won't be long, but I have realized something that's very important to me about gang stalking, and I wanted to share it with you just in case you have experienced it, or maybe you are currently experiencing it. And what I've realized is that once you really see the people who are attacking you, the people who are harassing you, stalking you, trying to intimidate you, once you really see them for who they are, and you see with clarity the frequency that they are vibing on, there's absolutely nothing to fear. And you realize this because you realize how petty their intentions are. And you realize that their path that they're on is very sad because they have agreed to just be pawns for a society or an organization whose goal is to stop the frequency of truth and love. And those are two things that will always exist. No matter what, they can't stop it. Their sad little spells can't stop it. Their intimidation can't stop it. The fear they project can't stop it. There's nothing that these societies and organizations and their pawns, the people who gang stalk, who sign up to do that petty work, there's nothing that they can do to stop the frequency of love and of truth from being emanated throughout this world. No matter how hard they try. No matter how many times they follow you, no matter how many spells they do to bring endings to your world, because you know what I realized is that when you trust your intuition and the discernment that you have about these beings, it gets a whole lot easier to rise above that mess. It's the fighting, it's the but I told this person what I'm going through and they think I'm crazy. That is what makes the situation difficult. It's the fear of being labeled crazy. It's the fear of being perceived as someone who is nuts or is seeing things or imagining things. Let people think what they want to about you. Because at the end of the day, you could ask yourself, well, do I want to be in their shoes? I mean, they're not seeing any of it. They're not discerning. They're not intuiting this energy. So why care so much about what they think of you when you see this happening, this gang stalking, this behavior? Accepting your intuition and standing by it is the most powerful thing that you can do when you're facing a situation where a group of people are trying to hunt you, haunt you, terrorize you. Just believing yourself is the most important thing. And it's the one thing that I believe will protect your mental health throughout that entire situation, is choosing to trust what you know and what you feel and to not try to talk yourself out of it. When you look at these beings who follow and stalk and send all these crazy text messages and emails and all of that, when you really look at who they are, you know, it's kind of easy to feel sorry for them. Well, that's the progression that I found that was natural for me. At first, I was so annoyed. I was so, I just wanted to slap somebody. But then the more and more it started happening, it's like I was forced to see things from a different perspective. And I started to pity them. Because I'm like, who in their right mind would come to my house when they could do anything that they chose to do with their time? Who in their right mind will wear some fake uniform and come to my house pretending to be someone that they're not, because their business does not exist? Who in their right mind would get in their car and follow me to Bath and Body Works? And then when I turn around and look them square in the eyes, they can't even look me back in the eyes. They're just like, oh no, you don't see me. Look me in the eyes. You followed me here. Like, who does that? If I cared enough to follow somebody with my free time, either I would do it so well that they wouldn't detect me, or when they did see me, I'd be like, hello, because I would want them to see me. Their behavior makes absolutely no sense. And when you realize that these are individuals that have agreed to waste their time, their energy, their creative power that they have within themselves to become a nuisance, an annoyance, a bother to somebody who isn't even thinking about them, that is sad. When you realize that the spell work that they do is heavier in the fall and the spring, always around the lunar cycles, and they're always trying the same old tired nonsense. It really is sad that that's as genius as they can muster the strength to be. They have no new tricks. That is why you will hear about the same tactics spoken about in all the videos on YouTube about gangstalking. Because no matter what organization or secret society they are working for, they all do the same disgusting, tired nonsense. They do not have respect for life. They do not have respect for the innocence of children. They do not have respect for love and truth. And they certainly don't have respect for privacy. When you really see who these people are and how they operate, and you choose not to give in to their intimidation, you choose not to allow their fear tactics to settle in, you choose to continue to be you and to create, you choose to believe yourself and to trust your intuition no matter what, 24/7, all day, every day, all night, every night, it gets a whole lot easier. It does. I promise. It gets a whole lot easier. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.